So let's talk about Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation 2. One good thing is the graphics are pretty impressive for the PS2 era. Um, the overall things to do is also pretty cool. You know, getting gadgets and the way you interact with enemies is kind of nice. But it is clunking compared to later PlayStation 2 game of this series. Essentially, this is the inferior version of what would be improved upon in Ratchet Clank 2 and 3 on PlayStation 2. So I'm sort of stuck on a rating between 6.5, or 7, because I'm unsure. Because this is not a bad game, but but the way the controls work, it's very clunky too. So I can't really give it a massive high review or anything. But it is a fun game. I basically think they fixed the problems that one have in the sequels. Two basically perfected it basically, and that's when it got good. But in terms of first game, this is a pretty fun one. So yeah, if you like the humor and the cool fun stuff, then yeah. And I'm mainly talking about the 2002 original on PlayStation 2. I heard some criticism of the new 2016 one, I think, because the humor kind of went away, even though the gameplay is probably improved upon on that version. But yeah, I guess it depends on how much you prefer the original humor over the more newer one. In a sense, I kind of stopped being interested in Ratchet Clank after PlayStation 2, really, but I did think the Tools of Destruction game at least looked interesting. But yeah, I guess it kind of had too much Pixar feel to it, in terms of making it feel like an animated movie rather than this. I guess I have more preference of it looking more edgy and more real. At least in terms of what suspense of disbelief allows to be real, at least. So I guess I didn't really like the Pixar feel that they went with later on. But yeah, it's more or less what you prefer, at least. So it's not like I'm gonna rate it on that. But yeah, in terms of controls, I do think that 6.5 or 7 out of 10 is my rating. It's a good game, but yeah, it has aged. Basically, I would sort of recommend you playing 2 and 3, unless you are a completionist and you just want to play it. But yeah, it's fun in its own way, but the controls have aged, and that's my rating. Yeah, it's overall fun though. But yeah, thank you for listening and bye.